So we say that covalently bonded atoms in a stable molecule are said to be in a deep potential well. The dissociation energy, right here, is the depth of the well. For a pair of atoms that are covalently bonded or stuck together in a molecule would be around 10 to the negative 18 joules. That's about a similar number you get if you're dealing with positive ion and a negative ion next to each other and are stuck together. Okay, a pair of cation and anion. Now, if you have neighboring molecules, okay, remember that molecules, the atoms in the molecules are stuck together, but the molecules themselves, they're not stuck to other molecules, right? So we can say then that neighboring molecules would have just weak attraction for each other. So we say intermolecular forces are weaker than the forces that are holding atoms in a bond. Okay, that well depth is around 10 to the negative 21. So that's about 1,000 times weaker. So so molecules do have attractions for each other, but the bond that's holding them would be about 1,000 times weaker, 10 to the negative 18 versus 10 to the negative 21. That's 1,000 times difference, right? So if you have two molecules, okay, the potential energy curve might look something like that. So well depth right there is going to be much smaller than the well depth between two atoms within a molecule. Okay, so it's a much shallower well for two molecules, and so the reason the two molecules won't get stuck together is if they happen to be close. Okay, they can easily, by colliding with another molecule or another atom, they can easily separate again. So they're not going to get stuck. Okay, the well is too shallow, it's easy for them to get out. Okay, the average kinetic energy of particles is 3/2 kT, where K is called Boltzmann's constant. It's 1.38 times 10 to the negative 23 joules per Kelvin, and T is the temperature in Kelvin. And if you calculate that at room temperature, you'll find that's about 6 times 10 to the negative 21. Okay, so a couple of molecules might find themselves in a potential well, attracted to each other, but then here comes another molecule, and then they're just going to get, on average, they're just going to get enough energy to separate again. So molecules will not get stuck to each other. The atoms within a molecule are in a much deeper well, 1,000 times deeper. So those atoms within the molecule will take much more energy to be able to separate. But I need